friend, this Lips of our Girls Diary. So guys, as you can see, the streets are going crazy. YouTube is lost their mind, and Twitter is, or X, or whatever you guys call it, it is Xing, honey. So as you guys remember, not long ago, Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, was online with his friends, by the VMA, threatening Offset and, Cardi B, asking them where they at. And they had this weird chihuahua talking about cuckoo, honey. I was like, damn, is the clock broken? What's a cuckoo going? I was confused. So yeah, that happened, and then it came out, honey, that Mr. Petty got sentenced to 14, not 14, honey, listen to me. Don't we wish? Oops. 4 months to house arrest, honey, and other things had to come along, and he has to pay apparently $12 and all that stuff. But listen, guys, I'm not gonna go deep in this rabbit hole of Nicki Minaj and stuff, guys, because I'm only starting off my channel, honey, and I'm trying to keep afloat because I have a family to feed. And I do not want them bobs getting me, honey, because when Miss Minaj press activate, then people are gonna come alive like them robots on iRobot, and I do not want none of that mess, honey, because I cannot windmill to save my life, honey. But don't try me, because I do carry holy water in my purse now, and I will douse you with it. So like Sean said, Holy Spirit activate. But however, guys, that's neither here nor there, guys. But like I say, the streets are going crazy. People are starting to actually come out and talk about Miss Minaj, saying that she's not this lovely sweet lady that you people trying to paint her out as. Because Jason Lee's been talking about her for a while, and when Jason Lee speak, people starting to think Mr. Jason Lee is a meanie pants. And even DJ Academics is saying, hey, like, this lady's not that nice, and she's been threatening me for a while. So guys, I'm just gonna insert a few clips that Jason Lee had to say, because Mr. Lee is on Miss Minaj's neck, honey. And Nikki girl, you might get in trouble, because up there in the States, they're not really playing with you people. They're doing the Akon, I'm locked up and they won't let me out. But your bobs will pray for you, Miss Nikki. But anyway, guys, please like and subscribe, and have a new content creator who's not new girl, who's not girl. My rewind, boys. And anyway, guys, please like and subscribe, and help a content creator out who's not a content creator, but somebody that likes running their mouth on these streets, honey. Ooh, these YouTube streets.
Nicki Minaj and her husband should be in prison. They are terrorizing people in the streets. You can't menace people in the streets and participate in RICO activity and think that a nigga not gonna call your car. You try to have DJ Academics beat up, allegedly. You've pressed other people about it. And there's a whole interview that somebody did with DJ Vlad where he outlined it. We posted that yesterday. So the receipts are all out there that you have a behavior of doing this. So why aren't you in prison? Why? Because people are afraid to tell on you? I'm not. So the fact that y'all got the mayor of New York looking like a pussy, because you got this whole black man up there trying to make New York better, and y'all are basically running around like little kids at 5 o'clock in the morning trying to kill somebody. You went on the internet and said you were playing at Offset's funeral, and then people are mad because I'm taking my safety serious? So what? I could criticize you. I could say Nicki Minaj was fat and then she lost weight and got Ozempic. I could say her man is a rapist and a murderer. He's been locked up for that. He's on the registry list. Actually, you can Google her address. It's online. So they live in Calabasas. I got the address. How do I know? Because he's fucking on the registry list. So now you're claiming that Cardi B and other people called the SWAT team. Who got to SWAT you? Anybody can SWAT you. You're on the fucking registry list. And y'all keep trying to say that I got a problem with Nicki Minaj and her husband because of Cardi. Cardi B don't run no fucking thing over here. Cardi B is my friend. I have lots of friends. But that doesn't mean that none of them control me. Nobody fucking controls me. This mouth is not paid for. You cannot pay for my opinion. You cannot pay for my mind. I'm a fucking grown ass nigga from Stockton, bro. So the fact that y'all fans keep saying that I'm paid by Atlantic Records and all this other, you guys are all fucking delusional, like Nicki, like her husband. Her husband, for weeks, I've been sitting on that receipt for a minute. Go look at the date. I had it for a while because I knew that this was happening. I knew it was coming. They've been talking about killing Cardi, hurting Cardi for months. Did I say anything? No. Did I post anything about the VMAs at first when they were talking about pop, pop, pop and tagging Cardi? No. Why? I even went on my Twitter and said what Cardi said don't got nothing to do with Nicki. Why? Because I was trying to keep peace in the streets. I want everybody to get along. I want Cardi to be able to celebrate her successes and stop dealing with. I want Offset to stay on a good, positive track and focus on his kids and his new album. I want Nicki to be able to drop Pink Friday and drop more great music. I want Kenneth Petty to be able to live his life and not worry about being on house arrest for trying to kill people on the internet. But what I learned for sure is no matter how bad I want everybody to get along, no matter how bad I want people to piece it up, no matter how much I try to get everybody cool, I'm always the fucking bad guy. So you know what? Fuck you now. Fuck all of you. Truth be told, it's the worst concert I've ever seen, and that's not just because I don't like her. Some people just can't accept the fact that their time is past. And so they're using all these young girls. Nicki, let me just say her name. Fuck all the political. Nicki's using all these young girls to be able to leverage their name because she fell off. Her shit ain't selling the way it used to. TikTok wasn't out when Nicki Minaj was coming up, so her shit was bars, 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 but she had nothing that you could dance to because she didn't dance. I remember I went to her concert years ago. Let's be truth be told, it's the worst concert I've ever seen, and that's not just because I don't like her. It's because her fucking shit was like all pink Barbie shit. Like, nobody cares about that, but little ass girls and fucking the homosexuals that wear glitter. Nicki Minaj got music that hits and that will go on for a long time, but that time has passed, boo. And now we live in a world, unfortunately, where it's all about TikTok. That's why music is so fucked up right now. And so you're trying to compete with people in an era that's past you, and you just can't let it go. And now you look like that old, miserable auntie at the picnic that can't stop showing her ass off, trying to be young again. You're not. You're not that girl. You're not. You're not. I don't care about Pink Friday. I don't give a fuck about Barbie dreams. I don't give a fuck about none of that Chun-Li. All that shit's a flop, 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 because you're trying to talk about Winnebagos in the era of Teslas. Sorry, nobody told you that. Because everybody around you is caught up on how good of a lyricist you are. But how many fucking songs do you think these kids are rapping lyrics to? All they do is dancing. TikTok. I'm mad too. I'm just not gonna look dumb like you are because you're fucking up.
Get that going on as well. Yo, Moon Music, what up? What you say? Yo, Big Ack, what do you say to the people who say you're on Cardi B payroll? She promotes gang banging as well. I'm not on Cardi B's payroll, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think that Cardi B seems to be, at least for me, again, I treat people how they treat me. Cardi B is someone who, honestly, I think she's more friendly to the media. Again, that's not being on someone's payroll. Nicki's someone who I know is, well, just my experience with her. She's operating like she's better than everybody else. She don't need you. You need her. She's above the fray. And when you do that, especially when people are in new media, like, they're not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, shit. Again, I always tell people, like, before, like, me and Cardi have, like, reasonable conversations these days. Shit, even if sometimes she hears something I say, she disagrees, she'll send me, like, voice notes, and she'll be like, remember I was like, yo, Cardi, you dead wrong for talking about, you Cardi B, and, like, you could upgrade over Offset. No, you can't. Stop playing. No, you can't. Stop playing. And we had a conversation about that, and she even admitted, she said, you know, I should have said that, because I'm not trying to embarrass my husband. I said, yeah, that's how you should do. You shouldn't be embarrassing your husband. But that is completely different than, like, the relationship. I don't know how other people have relationships with Nicki. From what I've heard, Nicki just wants a bunch of barbs, which means robots that will just agree with her on everything. You might think I'm Team Cardi because I can agree with some of the shit she says and then disagree with it. But with Nicki, I don't even know what the fuck, honestly. And I'm gonna be honest with you too. You see, Cardi comes from this, like, new age social media artist era. Nicki still comes from the era, like, Nicki and Meek are two peas in a pod. You know why Meek hasn't adjusted to this era? Meek is a nigga who still thinks he's too good for everybody. Like, on some real shit. Like, put it like this. Yo, Pluto, you're not getting in here, boy. Let me give you an example. Offset. Bro, Offset's a huge artist. Bro, he's a legendary artist. Offset humbled himself. Wore no jewelry, no nothing. Went to Kai's house. Oh, okay, this is what like, my potential fans are into. They love Kai. Went to Kai's house, spent 24 hours there. Went completely into his world. Yo, I got the PS5. What's up? We about to... Yo, he didn't act like a rapper, like, bro, just treat me like I'm the shit. It's like, yo, okay, I'm here. Let's fucking do it. Bro, that's the difference with new age. And I think the new age rappers they don't have a high horse. Like, old age rappers, they look down on anything media or anything that's not them. They actually believe the music industry only exists because of them. Do you get what I mean? Like, Offset, like, I play this. All right, let me just use Offset and Meek. And I'm not trying to use Meek as beat and stick or nothing in terms of my arguments, but I'm just trying to show you about mentality. Could you imagine Meek just kind of, like, which, this is why I'm always shocked. I see him kind of, like, strip down his ego for the billionaires, but could you see Meek going to Kai's crib and fucking just having a good old time with him with practical jokes for, like, 24 hours, and niggas is taking pictures of him sleeping and they doing dance battles? Bro, you can't see it, bro. You can't see it. You know you can't see it. You know you can't see it. Let's be honest. You know you can't see it. So, again, now, granted, you could, sometimes you're that type of artist where maybe you don't need to do, like, for example, Future don't need to do that. Like, I can't see Future doing it neither, but Future don't need it. But this is where I find the difference between a Cardi B and, like, a Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj still comes from that era where everybody's supposed to be at her feet, like, you know, bowing and praising. I think Cardi at least tries to deal with those people, whether it be influencers, reactors, news pages, this and third, that at least makes it feel like she's more down to earth. Now, granted, it could be all like a facade. But here's the thing, she's playing the game. Like Offset. Offset's probably playing the game by going to Kai's. You're playing the game. Nigga got 100,000 viewers constantly. It is what it is, right? Yeah, somebody said new age rappers act like humans. I'm telling you, old age rappers, bro, what I mean old age is like, a lot of the rappers that came before, like, 2012, they just view themselves as stars, and they would never, like, even step out of that comfort zone to, like, put themselves on the other level. Anyway, somebody said Nicki don't need to play the game. You're right. No. High speed's up. You're right. She don't need to play the game. But here's also what happens when you don't play the game. Now, when you have this shitty attitude that every media outlet don't really, like, they don't really know you, right? They're trying to walk on eggshells trying to please you if they potentially want to do anything with you. And Cardi's somebody who's, like, mad down to earth with them. You know what they're going to do? Probably give her the benefit of the doubt. So that's why I'm glad you said Nicki don't play the game. Because what usually y'all say when, oh, Cardi got people on payroll, no, Cardi is just not an asshole. Surprise! Cardi's not an asshole. Nicki's an asshole. Everybody knows that. Everybody says it. There's not one person in this industry. I just seen Jason Lee today. We're getting into all that. I might have to get into it now because I feel like, you know, I was trying to do like a summary of all of our topics and I'm going too far in. But Jason Lee was just talking about how Nicki was trying to do some work. Again, you hear what y'all keep saying is payroll is people being assholes. Like, listen, you could tell if you're wondering if somebody's on somebody's payroll, you'll see promotional posts, but they're gonna be for music. Like, this is what people have fooled y'all about. So and so is on so and so's payroll. Who gains money, or who would pay money to be like, hey, let's say this argument between Offset and Nicki's husband, which is really like, an ancillary part of the Cardi and Nicki beef. Do you think that Republic, which is Nicki's label, or Atlantic, is paying for blogs to make either one look good? It got nothing to do with music. Now, that's different than, okay, Cardi got a new song coming out. We want all the blogs, or we want everybody to post it. Yeah, duh, they probably are going to spend money. Hey, could y'all post up Cardi new single? Bongos is lit. That's how marketing goes. So if you're saying payroll, that's how marketing goes. You market a record. If Nicki don't have her records marketed, I keep telling y'all, she's an idiot. She's an idiot, and Republic is an idiot. She's not Drake. Drake don't need, from what I know, Drake has never paid a blog. Drake has never paid no billboard or let's wrap this bus with my fucking cover art. He don't need to do it. It's Drake. Nicki not Drake now. She's the best female rapper ever, but she's not Drake. She got to know her place. Shorty, you do need it. You and Cardi compete. Drake competes with no one. Let's be honest. Drake competes with no one. Drake just fucked around and dropped the song. I don't even think they got a video. It's going to be number one. He competes with no one. He don't need that shit. Nicki, you do. Sorry. Well, I won't say you do, but you do if you're trying to separate yourself from Cardi, because what people like, this is what the barbs hate to admit. The difference in clout, or the difference in litness between, like, I'm not talking about rapping skill level. The difference in clout and litness level between Cardi and Nicki is not that much. Sometimes Cardi's hotter, sometimes Nicki's hotter. They're like right here, neck and neck, constantly, neck and neck. Drake and nobody's neck and neck. It's like Drake and the rest of these niggas. It's the reality of it. Okay? All right. Cool. Where should we start, people? Where should we start?